What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It is episode number 22, returning today with a penultimate episode of Season 3, where with 13 games to go on the back of the goalless draw away at Molineux, with 14 clear of the bottom 3, and granted, we said this in the last episode, man, it's all about perspective. We haven't won many games recently, only one win in our last 8 in all competitions, but only one loss in our last 7 in the league as well. It's not been that bad. So yeah, we'll play about 8 to 10 games, I'd say, of the remaining 13 and hopefully solidify safety today and possibly still have the outside shot of a top 10 finish alive as well. So first game, we'll crack straight on. It is Sheffield United at home taking on last year's championship winners in the save, where if we win this game, I'd say we're only one win away from survival. So let's start off with one of the 2 wins we will need. Come on, you Royals. The Blades right now in the bottom 3. Golden chance here at the Medeski, where we have been better this season to put an extra 3 on the board. And again, because of how bad the bottom 3 have been, 40 points is the benchmark. 40 points, when you get there, you know you're going to be safe. But most of the time, you can get away with like 36, 37 points. And I'd say because of the bottom 3 this year, 34 points might end up being enough for us, and we're only 5 away from that, so almost there. Almost there. The most important thing is just get there as soon as possible. Once you're there, you can play without pressure. There's Femi finds Espria, and there's Harvey. And Aziz, once again given a nod up top for this game here. And I quite like him as a striker, man, I must admit. I know he's an inside forward on the right for us most of the time, but when I've played him up top, he's done alright, including scoring a goal against Crystal Palace in our last win as Tapia gets his first for Reading. He's been a warrior for us this season in DM, man. He's won back so many balls. He's done the dirty work. I always have a player like this in every save I do that's always winning the ball back, and his work goes unnoticed until he gets on the score sheet. For the first time he has, Tapia gets us in front. Yeah, I am convinced as he wins the ball back there, every team needs a Renato Tapia. Someone who's not worried about, doing the special and getting the headlines that way, but he does the dirty work. He wins tons of balls back. He makes lots of interceptions, tackles, blocks, and he'll never grab the headlines, but it'll always grab our hearts. His first goal set us on the way. Espria's is the dagger, and that is going to do it. Reading taking a giant step towards survival. It's why I wasn't worried about only claiming a point at Molineux and at Turf Moor and in many games this season where we possibly could have had all 3, but in the end settled for 1. Because those points here and there edge us ever closer towards safety, but wins like this see us take a giant leap. I'd say now, with 12 games to go, all we'll need is just a 1 more win to guarantee survival. The new boys setting us on the way. First Tapia, then Espria. Reading are almost there. And so after the game, we've got 3 more scouting updates. So let's see what we've got from England, Portugal and Scotland. Where from England, I think I'm going to reject Freddie Scott, who unfortunately does not look quite as good as he did after the first month. And this is why I always say you should never promote someone after just 1 month, or give them a scholarship, I should say, unless they literally look unreal, because the chances are they're going to have a potential or overall downgrade. So best to remain super selective, as we will from Portugal. Martinho Ferreira could still be very good, but again, we'll do another couple of months. And same on Duarte Castro as well. But from Scotland, oh my days, this lad, it's the aesthetic that's drawing me to him, man, honestly. I think I'll do 1 more month and see how he looks after that. But for now, he's certainly making a case for himself that he should be here. If not as a youngster, then maybe as a lumberjack, because that's the vibe I'm getting from him right now. But anyway, 6 players in the academy, and the best remains Tyler Short. This kid looks sensational. 15 years old, 89 to 94 potential. Passing is fantastic. And potential looks phenomenal. I'll keep you posted on him, but he for sure looks the absolute standout of what is a really solid academy. So 12 games to go, we are almost there. 32 points on the board. 8 will get us to the magic 40, but again, because of how bad the bottom 3 have been, I'd say really only 1 win is needed. Don't see us getting it from here, but you never know as we go for back-to-back wins for the first time in the calendar year. Following contest away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Come on, you Royals. Yeah, of course, they'll be kicking off the new season tonight at Manchester United at home to Fulham. Really, really looking forward to it as well. To be honest, I always go to the gym on a Friday night just because it's quite quiet for me, so I'll have to listen to the game on the radio whilst I'm there. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to the new season. It's great as well because heading into the new season, it doesn't feel as though it's been that long since the last season finished. And the reason being is quite simple. Well, we've been treated for a summer's worth of sport. Obviously, I didn't actually watch, I'll be honest, I didn't watch the Olympics football, but of course the Olympic football was on. We had the European Championships as well, plus the Copa America too, for those that watched that as well. As Aziz, almost drew us into a shock opener at Old Trafford. So it doesn't really feel like there's been much of a gap between last season ending and this new season beginning. It's come around so quickly. And yeah, really looking forward to it, man. It should be a really, really fun season. I haven't done my predictions this year, I'll be honest. But for the first time in a few years, it's been a few years since I've last played Fantasy Premier League. I don't have a league or anything for you guys to join. I really should do one. But yeah, I've set my fantasy team up. Got the mates in the group chat as well, persuading me to do it for the first time in a few years. And yeah, looking forward to it, man. New season tonight in the Premier League. Really looking forward to it. I used to be obsessed with Fantasy Premier League back in the day. And to be honest, I just stopped playing it a few years ago, and it wasn't for any particular reason. The truth is, it just takes time, you know. And so often I would totally forget there's like a Friday night game on, and I'd think I've got till Saturday morning to set my lineup, and I don't, and I've missed a game week, or you know, just quite frankly, I'll forget about it. And then squander my game week that weekend. You know, you've got to be on it in Fantasy Premier League, you know. But this year, I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be fun to start again as a Reading Academy graduate who, of course, will have hopes of bringing back one day fires Manchester United in front. Doesn't show the respect with the celebration. But he does give Manchester United the lead. Hosts in front. That could easily be in a red there. Well, great big win against Sheffield United at home, but as expected, a loss here at Old Trafford. No need to panic though. Like I said, destiny firmly in our own hands. Didn't expect anything, so just take the lessons, pick yourself up, and move on to the next one. Right, following game, aiming to bounce back here. Chelsea at the Medeski. When we met them at the bridge, you got a credible 1-1 draw and possibly could have won that game. So I've got a feeling this might be our first big scalp of the save thus far. Chelsea with Medeski, once again, one more win is all we need to all but guarantee safety. Let's go get it here. Come on, you Royals. So I sometimes talk about how when you're doing an RTG, there are milestones to hit, major and minor, as you're going on. Like, so, you know, major milestones will be like your first trophy, your first major honour, you know, possibly your first European honour, first 90 rated player you have. And then there's the minor milestones, like your first player getting an international call-up, and also the first time you have a scalp against one of the big teams in the country. And granted, we have beaten Newcastle, we beat them away at St James's Park, but in terms of a scalp against a top 6 team, still waiting for our first. But again, I've got a feeling, don't ask me why, but I've got a feeling this might be the game. And if we can get off to an early start by taking an early lead, it might set us on our way, and it should have been right there. Aspria puts it wide. I have no idea how I missed the target there. I really don't. That was on his preferred left foot as well, so can't even use the weak foot excuse. Just a terrible finish from Doxy boy. And, we almost got punished for it. Bennett with a brilliant save as we remain tied at 0-0. Chelsea looking to win this in the final stages here, as it seems as though it's going to be an extra point. Oh, no, it's not. On the board towards safety, but not for the first time this season. We've lost the game in the dying embers. Armando Broja gives Chelsea the win, and it will be back-to-back 1-goal losses. We know we're almost there, but how many points this season we dropped in the last 10 minutes, man? I'd love to see the figures on it. We've done it again. Point slips through our fingers in the final seconds. Yeah, 12-point gap with 10 games to go. We know we're almost there, but until it's mathematically confirmed, I often say, don't celebrate nothing, man. Top-level football is too unpredictable. Right, final scouting updates of the season. Let's see what we got. Or as I often say, it takes someone final special for me to give them a scholarship with the final month's worth of scouting, especially if they've only had the 1 month. Jonathan Stokes, to be fair, could be really, really good. Possibly a younger cousin of Ben Stokes, but no, it takes someone, I mean, really generationally special to make the academy in the final one. So no one's making it from our final batch from England. And from Portugal, well, this is the sort of player that would make it. Thiago Castro. I'm going to give him a scholarship because the market valuation to begin with is really, really solid. Possibly Abreu, but actually I think I'll leave him. And that'll do it for Portugal this year. Oh no, and from Scotland, Duncan Patterson's had a slight potential downgrade, man. Ewan McDonald still looks really good. We got a great young Scottish goalkeeper, but do we have an outfield player from Scotland? I don't think we do. Do you know what? Oh, just because of the looks alone. Look at that beard at 15. I'm almost 32 and I can't grow anything like that. Oh, I've got to do it, man. He's got to make the academy for the aesthetic alone. I mean, come on, he's clearly not gonna make it here, but yeah, just to have him for the vibes, if nothing else, man. He's like the young mentor for the other players in the academy. Do you know what I mean? You know, like in your friend group, if you're all the same age, there's just one mate you've got who feels a little bit older, a little bit wiser. That's Duncan Patterson. In this youth team, even though he's the lowest rated, the boys will be looking up to him. They'll be looking up to him, even though he's only 5'8". He's seen some things, man. He's matured a lot at 15. He's had a hard life, no doubt about that. Right, let's jump into the following game. Heading into this one, it is Liverpool at home. We lost at Anfield in the final minutes in the reverse fixture, but like I said, man, with 10 games to go, all we need is just a one win to all but confirm safety. Let's see if we can get it here out of Medeski on the back of back-to-back one-goal losses. Come on, you Royals. Yeah, great mentors, often formed by tough challenges and very difficult circumstances. You learn a lot from those, and you can then take that into lessons to teach. That's a brilliant little build-up right from kickoff. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Riley McGree so close to his first since coming in. That would have been a really nice goal right from kickoff. Just couldn't hit the target. But yeah, we discussed this in the last episode with Wilhelmer right now on loan at St. Pauli, learning a lot from what is a terrible season in Germany with his side currently bottom of the Bundesliga. Yeah, that's the one positive you can learn from incredibly tough times. It really matures you and helps you learn a lot as well. Great save by Bennett, still 0-0. Second half underway, still deadlocked at 0-0 for now. You might have noticed heading into the game, I've not picked my strongest lineup as Salah fires in the opener, and there's a reason for that. Even though my first 11 was fully fit, fresh and raring to go, we've got Fulham in 3 days' time, and because not everyone on my team has got decent stamina, it means that a lot of players for that game may have needed to be rested instead. I'm not necessarily waving the white flag in this game, but game management knowing we've got far more of a chance of beating Fulham than we do of winning this game. Might as well rest some players for that one, knowing we'll have more of a chance in the week. But there it is! Missed in the first half, doesn't miss twice. McGree's first for Reading. Yeah, we'll take that. We will take that extra point on the board, edging us closer to safety. Granted, no wins in our last 3 games, but as we always say, and I'll repeat it again, draws are subjective. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. In this case, very decent indeed. We'll have it one more point as we edge ever closer. And as it looks as though Lewis Wing is off to Norwich on a free, totally fine with that. Heading into the following game, Fulham away in West London, and we know now 1 win in 9 games is all we need. Right now, 12 clear of Everton with a game in hand as well. Let's get it, and all but confirm safety here in the capital. Come on, you Royals. I must say, very excited to watch the man I highlighted pre-game in the Premier League this season for, well, another London side, Crystal Palace, Daichi Kamada. Obviously, Glasner, I mentioned before, Glasner's work since coming into Crystal Palace was phenomenal, resulting in a few of his players getting called up for the England squad, and deservedly so as well. I'm excited to see how Kamada gets on. We know with Elise going to Bayern, it's going to be tough for them to be real without him, but as Kamada almost opened a scoring there as well, only for Bennett to make the save. I'm looking forward to him, man. I've been a fan of his for a few years. Can't wait to watch him in the Premier League for the first time this season. is again. Haynes intercepts, but he comes straight back to him. And the ex-Lazio and Frankfurt man once again denied by Bennett. Off to an excellent start once more. Honestly, he's the real deal, man. He makes another save low down to his right. He's the real deal, I tell you. We've had some good youth academy goalkeepers throughout the course of FC24. The last two saves, Fatos Gashi and Lance Knight for Udinese and Fulham. You know, in the Luton career, we had a couple. Lino Fuentes, the region of Navas, and Kaczmarek as well. But in my opinion, this is the best we've had, and he's only in his second full season for us, and he's only 17. Honestly, I'm saying it right now. His shot-stopping ability is extraordinary. So imagine when he starts getting into the 80s plus. He's special. As Riley McGree takes it on early and puts it wide. Yeah, I'm telling you now, this guy is going to be the best academy goalkeeper we have in FC24. Saving the best for last. He is something special, honestly, because this shot-stopping ability, and that's the thing, this shot-stopping ability at this low rating, you don't find this. Like, this is something you don't find. Normally, a goalkeeper at this low rating, like, he won't save really anything. You know, you're only playing him because you just need to maximise his development by giving him enough game time. But for Bennett, it's not the case. Even with the low rating, he is still making save after saves. Bukhari just couldn't get away. Make no mistake, we're saving the best for last here. As Nibs wins it back. And Bukhari, yes, go on Osman! Finally! The goal drought is over! Bukhari finally gets a goal! Into the final 14 minutes as Bond hits it long for Bukhari to chase and win. And hold up. And find McGree! 2-2 for the Aussie, and that will surely do it. Reading safe in the Premier League. Well, you don't need me to tell you that he and we have really struggled for goals this season, but tonight, when we needed him the most, last year's Championship Player of the Season showcases he can still cut it at the top level, even if he's not going to set the Premier League alight. A goal, an assist, and most crucially, a massive win for Reading, as you see what it means. It's basically done now. The Royals are staying in the Premier League. Yep, as Lewis Wing is off to Carrow Road, so thanks to the service since Season 1 and scoring the first goal to save, but it will no longer be a Reading player from next year onwards. Pressure's off now, 8 games to go. We are currently 14 clear and have the game in hand. It's over. Safety is basically in the bag. Let's just see if we can possibly keep our top 10 hopes alive. Following game, Newcastle looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in the calendar year. Come on, you Royals. So sometimes you'll see coming towards the end of a season when, you know, there's a few games to go and a team's sat in mid-table, they often lose complete motivation because there's nothing really they can do. They're not going to go down. Like, let's be honest, we're not going to go down now. But we're 12 behind Aston Villa, who currently occupy that 7th and final European spot. So it's like, we're not going to finish in a European place either. So really, it's mid-table now for us to end this season. So a few games to go. What's the motivation? Like, how do we find the motivation to still give our best? You know, it's only natural when there's very little at stake to start to slow down and have a bit of a struggling end to the season. That to me is always a sign of great discipline, when you can still find the motivation and still get the wins. Oh, I don't believe it. Even when there's very little at stake. Anthony Gordon is celebrating the opening goal, but there is no way the ex-Evertonian is claiming that. That took a massive deflection off Owen Haynes. Surely that's going to go down as an own goal. I can't believe he's just claimed that. Honestly, I'm sure the dubious goals panel will want to take a look at that, but I can't believe he's just claimed that. Who's got Gordon in their FPL? Because that shouldn't be going to him, honestly. Oh dear. I said before, like, own goals. Oh, great save, Bennett. Own goals, and Bennett again. Own goals to me, they do need to be looked upon. My general rule has been, if it's on target, it should go to the goal scorer. But for goals like that, granted it was on target, but surely you got to say no. Surely, because the deflection was that severe, it should go down as an own goal. I don't know. Gordon's claimed it though. This is a terrible start from Reading, and a second goal is coming here. Miggy Guimaraes drills it in, 2-0. Safety in the bag, but come on guys, play for pride out there. It's going to be free here. It's going to be free. Alex Scott, the ex-Cherry, and Robin denied by Bennett, who, without him today, would be about 5-0 down. This has been pretty poor. And granted, safety's in the bag, but as Harry Maguire heads in the third, I don't want to see this again between now and the end of the season. It's not even half-time yet. We're 3-0 down. It could be double this. We've been dominated. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's... Well... This is the worst loss of the save, and it's not even close. In the reverse fixture, we scored a last-minute winner through Reggie Bond to win 2-1, and we ran down the touchline and went ballistic in the northeast. It's safe to say the Magpies remembered that, and we're looking for their revenge today. They got it, and then some. Absolute domination. That was, wow. That is one of the toughest games I've played in FC24. I got destroyed out there. And don't ask me what I was doing for that fourth goal, because even I don't know. That was absolutely shocking, wasn't it? But hey, move straight past it, man. I often say sometimes you've had such a bad day at the office. It's been such an awful day. You can't take much from it. So don't dwell on it. Just move straight on to the next one. Following game, Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground. Right now in the bottom three, as we're going to bounce back here and make it back-to-back wins away from home. Come on, you Royals. Yeah, you know me, man. I'm normally all about learning from mistakes and, you know, when something's gone wrong, dissect it, analyse every detail, find out what happened to cause that loss, and then take the lessons into the next game. But sometimes when it's just been that bad, I mean that bad of a loss, just accept it's one of those days. Everyone's going to have them as Haynes goes down early, and that's not good to see. And just move straight on to the next one. You know, everyone's going to have a really rubbish day at times where everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. When that happens, don't dwell on it. Don't worry too much about it. It happens. Everyone has days like that. And just move on to the next one. God, yeah, I can think of some days I've had in the past that were just so bad. I just wish that it would have ended, you know, at midday, let alone midnight. But like I said, man, we all go through it. We all go through it. Don't beat yourself up about it. But if we do lose this game back-to-back, even though we know that safety is all but in the bag, I will start to panic that we're going to tank the end of the season, knowing that safety is all but secure. Got to turn it around in the second half, man. I do not want to tank the end of the season, because granted, the job is, come on, the job is basically done. I understand that, but it doesn't matter. Like, when you've still got a few games to go, you got to go for the wins, man. Tangled up there, Garev. How is that a free kick for Forest? How is that a free kick for Forest? Nicolo Zaniolo to make it 2 does. How is that a free... What? Garev was just dragged to the floor. How on earth is that a free kick for Forest? Well, I'm going to assume I didn't see that correctly, because there's no way the referee would have called it that wrong. So I think that was probably just my error, misseeing something there. But something I did see correctly was a poor performance for the second game in a row. Back-to-back losses, back-to-back games without a goal. And we're certainly not ending on these two results here, and only one win in our last 6 games. Listen, safety is all but in the bag, but this is not good enough for me. We need to get back on the winning wagon and finish season strong. Not like this. And unfortunately, it gets worse, because we will be without Owen Haynes for the rest of the season as well. He's done for 3 months. He's had a solid debut year in the Premier League for us, Owen, but that is him now out for the rest of the season. After going 3, he's probably going to have a 1 rating downgrade. 11 clean sheets in 24. He's been really solid, but yeah, I think he'll go down to 72 for the end of the season. That is such a shame for his growth to be stunted. Right, we'll do 2 or 3 more games today, then got to return to winning ways before we end today's episode, but I don't see us doing that here. Arsenal away in North London at the Emirates, and again 36 points on the board, 12 clear of the bottom 3. It's done, safety's in the bag, but what I would like to do is at least pick up 1 or 2 more wins in our final 6 games. Let's see if we can get our first scalp of the save here away at the Emirates. Come on, you Royals. It's always frustrating when one of your players gets an injury, but it's even more frustrating when it's one of your best younger players, isn't it? Because it's like they need to play and play consistently to develop and grow. And when they're out, it not only does it risk them having a potential downgrade come the end of the season, because they'll be missing games, and EA don't, you know, consider injuries as to why a player wouldn't have played. But they're going to be missing out on growth, and they might get downgraded by a rating or 2 as well. So it's always so frustrating. As Sambi Lokonga fires in the opener, what's really frustrating right now is the form. This is going to be 3 losses in a row unless we can find a leveler. 8 minutes in, already a goal down. 18 to go. Arsenal looking to wrap this up here in their pursuit of the title. As Savage gets it away. And Asprilla finds Johnston, dispossessed by Jorginho though. And this might do it. Oh, wonderful strike. Diogo Jota, bottom corner, and that will do it. It will be 3 losses in a row and 3 games in a row without a goal as well. Yeah, safety's in the bag, but it feels as though it's come at a big cost. It's like we've done a deal with the devil. Yeah, you'll survive at Craven Cottage, Doxy boy, but you won't win again between now and the end of the season. Arsenal inflict our 3rd defeat on us in a row. It's all going wrong. Right, let's do one more game and we'll end on this today. Aston Villa away at Villa Park. MRI's side right now in 8th place. If they're to make a late run for a European place, they probably need to win all of their remaining 5 for us. We know we're basically safe, but I do want to at least try and stop the rot. And let's see if we can have at least a point here at Villa Park, which I would take. Come on, you Royals. Come on, just give us a point. I don't want to end on 4 straight losses, honestly. Terrible little run, this. And it's exactly what I was fearing, you know. Survival in the bag with a few games to go. And then not winning again as Bukhari gets away. Bukhari denied and turned behind for a corner. I'll take a point. I'll take a point. Just stop that rot, stem that flow, and a win will be massive, but I'll take a point. Almost ending our barren run without a goal though. Great save. We've got Aston Villa penned right now. They can't get out of their half here in the opening half an hour. Just need someone to put the finishing touch on it. Oh, what a delivery, Reggie! What a delivery! And Mikey Johnston gets his first for the Royals. Reading in front, and deservedly so. Still leading by 1 as the second half. Oh, hang on. Oh, what a chance for 2. Reggie needs a teammate. He's got one in Bukhari. Pen! Mosquera drags him down. And Reading with a chance to go 2-0 up from the spot. Christian Mosquera brings down Bukhari from behind. Definite penalty as he trips him. And a chance for us to go 2-0 up and possibly ensure we will get back to winning ways. And Lord knows we needed it as well. Riley McGree standing up to take it as he looks for his 3rd goal since coming in. I'm going to go bottom right. Come on, man. I really need this. Yes! I say I really need it. We really don't. Survival's in the bag. But finally, we're going to get a win after 3 straight losses. It's the Aussie who is 3rd since coming in. He's been a good little pickup for us. And Reading surely returning to winning ways at Villa Park. Don't throw away the clean sheet now. Don't throw away the clean sheet. 17 to go. We're going to do just that. Ollie Watkins gives Aston Villa a chance, 16 to hold on. Well, we may not have needed the points with safety all but secure, but mathematically it now is, and most importantly psychologically, we bust out of a poor run. 3 straight losses, but back to winning ways. And Lord knows, did we need that on a really turbulent end of season run. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. What's up to you all? Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode. The season finale will play our final 4 Premier League games, aiming to finish in the top 10 with hopefully a nice winning run to close the season out. Have a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the season finale of the Summer Career Mode as we wrap up season 3 very soon.